live in Birmingham now. I've got Callum in front of me. He's on Facebook. He's doing the Facebook today. We're not doing TikTok today. We just concentrate on the two monetized platforms for the obvious reasons. So I'll flip the camera around and you can join us on the action. There we go.
5 ways or something there starting from.
Yeah.
I don't know where 5 ways is.
I don't.
I've
I
had
most
5
sure
guys
between 4
in my
and
head when
6.
they say-
Well, it's a bit more of a stable connection in Birmingham than it was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
At the moment, things could change.
I have no idea the size of the march here today, but I have seen videos of the last Birmingham says no to digital ID. They end up marching into the ballroom, so it'll be interesting to see what he holds.
And God knows where the lads are, expecting DP to stop the boats.
Probably,
Maybe UK protest live. I'm not too sure if it's coming or not.
probably
But we are incredibly early. Well, we were incredibly early. We was here for 12, didn't start till 1. So we're trying to find out the starting point
it's an ice skating.
of the march. And we have more colourful quite of peace barriers.
And a bit of a walk around the Christmas market here as well.
It's just beer and food. We had to leave before we started indulging.
Lots of beer. I'd say festive cocktails. Not really overly festive, but there's definitely some different cocktails, like warm red wine with amaretto.
And cherry.
Yeah, it was cherry on cherry though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like a cherry wine with cherry schnapps.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't want to walk too far, I miss it all.
No, I don't.
I think we ought to...
There's the Birmingham. Alright.
Oh yeah.
What's this placard then?
It's going to Aussie Creek as well. I don't see them. Back up.
This one here.
Hello.
Hello.
We read clips about animals. Are you interested?
About what?
Animals.
Animals?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like animals.
Do you want to have a look?
We're a bit busy at the moment. We're trying to find them all.
On today that we're covering at the moment.
Yeah,
We're just
no
trying
worries.
to catch up
Okay,
with-
thank you. Just intrigued more than anything. There we go, guys. There's the constabulary, however you say it. I got a bit twing toasted then.
Yeah, I flew started in back that way in case of this hill.
Oh, I can smell the donuts or churros again. What's going on here then?
Probably it's like carnival thing.
They have no idea they're live on YouTube.
Got Huey.
Yeah. Oh God, balloons! I didn't see them. I think we're. I think the BGT auction's here, guys. Oh God, that woman's going to pounce on me again, isn't she? That woman's going to pounce on me. I'll hide behind the cameras.
No, it's alright, she's on someone else at the moment.
It's a.
Yeah. Right, just heading back down to Chamberlain Square. I'm just hoping to intercept the first march of the march.
Yeah, we'll. So if you just joined us, guys, was trying to find the start of the march. We have no idea where we're going. Nobody seems to know about it. So we're going back to Chamberlain Square where they're marching to. There's going to be a gathering there. Then there's going to be a bigger march from there. So we will do that one instead. It is desperately cold in Birmingham here today, guys. Desperately cold. Another Bluey. Bluey's king in Birmingham today. So as usual, we've got me on the old YouTube. We have Callum over here. sporting his bestest lefty look. He's live on Facebook.
And you know what? Believe it or not, they're the small baubles. There's even bigger ones.
There's some big baubles around today.
Check what's live. UK Special Jim, I wonder if there's any leggings models in that.
Now then. I've no saddling on this channel.
Just got to come back out there. I didn't find anything. I don't know where I'm going, to be honest. Shy.
That's so funny. Who's sitting down? Who's saying? Keep saying me. What it's all about.
This is Paradise Security.
So we're back in Chamberlain Square, guys.
Yeah,
This is where it's all happening.
First March, so we're just waiting for First March to come to us. They should be due here around 1 o'clock. So in about 7 minutes.
Yeah. So there's this stand here.
What are you doing, mate?
Sorry?
What are you doing?
Covering the event today, so there's a next digital
Just
ID
find out what he's doing.
So,
What does this speak out?
it's all about notes digital ID.
Digital ID.
Exactly.
So there's a march.
That's why we're documenting. Yeah. What DP? Small enough. Oh, it is. How we doing?
Do, lads!
I missed me hand, trying to get the glove on. Yeah, there's already another march coming in and then a bigger march coming here. The march is coming here from that direction. Should be about 1 o'clock. Yeah, and then it's going to be a bigger march. We're just trying to have a walk on, can't see anything yet.
Oh, let's have a walk down here. How you doing, mate?
Thanks for coming last time, mate.
No worries.
You remember us, don't you?
I do. Bloody cold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I see through your data stream. I dream with a cold can dream. I got elders humming down the line. Don't let them tag that spirit of thine. I walk with saints that leave no trace. Their fingerprints still grace this place. While drones hum low like hungry flies, I sing a song with open eyes. I'm flesh, I'm dust, I'm lightning breath, untrackable till my final.
Guys, We are here today to say no to digital ID. If you understand digital ID, or if you would like a bit more information, we have a gazebo there exposing digital ID and the wider global sustainability framework that's going to be infused with it and what it means for your inalienable rights and your children's futures. We have vaccine injured campaigner John Watt travelling from Glasgow today to speak. We have Mobius Loop, an amazing band. We have the world famous David Icke from 1 PM, and we have the brave former Conservative MP Andrew Bridgen, whistleblower, talking today, guys. We'll get going in the next 20 minutes, but for now, if anyone would like some more information, we have a gazebo there with leaflets and papers that will help you understand and expose the bigger picture of digital ID. Thank you.
What, last night? Yeah. I didn't want to go into the room and top guard.
How you doing?
That looks very, very
Okay guys, just drop the camera down for a bit of a static view. You heard the chaps here on the microphone. We're going to get going in about 20 minutes, but I'm not coming off the live. Just inevitably it's difficult to get back on. As always, we'll keep it running. Feel free to go get yourself a tea, cup of coffee, whatever you want. Maybe a bacon sandwich, eh? That sounds nice. Too many wires on today, guys. I've got to sort these out somehow. There's march coming down as we speak. Not the biggest march in the world, but I'm sure the next one's going to be a bit better. We need to do these catches with these party wallies.
Yeah, we're good.
Moving up now, guys. We've got ourselves, Callum there. We're the Foxes, as you all know. We've got Emmy Media in front of Callum. Got DP Audits somewhere. I've just been speaking to him. I know he's here.
Yeah, I like the poster. Yeah.
That flag's proper in the way, ain't it?
What you've been doing?
Noddy Older's turned up. You don't know Noddy Older, is it, I think?
Yeah, like the guy dressed up in the red and green.
He plays the garage bloke in Maxi Paddy's Road to Nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting colder, so far from the shore, I say, the world is like that. I can't see you, but I hear you. When I see you like
So just up here, Patty, for the fireside stuff. Well, you want to dive out over there now and then come back?
I know, what time's it on?
Well, this starts at 1, which is like now.
Yeah, I meant what time's the Palestine one on?
No, I'm used to guys who actually see these swords. The big old bauble. Huge bauble. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a bloke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, even though it's got 3 legs. Anyway. Good God.
It's definitely a bloke.
We're already joking, guys, we have no problem with how you dress in this day and age. Oh.
The battery can actually pull out. What I do now?
Oh. How you doing? Yeah, not bad, yeah. Oh.
Mike went and upgraded his camera setup. Well, that was easy action 4.
Action 4.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with it. Great quality. Okay, now man. Yeah, I went on fucking site yet. Panel last night again. Start again.
The Shekel Goblin though is fucking wild.
That Jimmy Savile one is brilliant. I just put it on my Facebook, didn't it? Jimmy Savile one. Can someone put the Jimmy Savile one in? Whoever edited it with a cigar? That was
I was running through ChatGPT and it came out with a fucking
Bro, I sent it to all the mates and
result.
everyone's absolutely howling.
It's a cracking result from ChatGPT, that was.
Charlie, that was knocking about again this morning and he's got about Diana.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
That's brilliant. What's his name? What's this tripod's name, please? That's very lovely.
Yeah. It's,
That's just the pole though. The rig's different. That's the rig's that on there. It's all new work, but good stuff.
I mean, it's incredible. And what's that company? Is the rest of things the same company or is it different?
That's the same company, the rig, but all the lights are different.
Okay, so these 3 lights.
No, 2 lights. Their handles just for stabilising. We got a tripod on full stretch, and just 3 phones mounted onto it. But you can kind of, it is a tripod as well. Oh yeah.
Can you look at Megan?
It's really incredible.
The good thing about it, if you've got a long enough cable, you get right up. The pole's about 35 quid, really cheap.
Even though the rest of things not a problem, because I'll do that.
I know, no wrong probably would like first anyway.
Yeah, it's always
It's very strong, you know.
It is, it's really, yeah.
but that's why they inbred the generation so they can stay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
It's not even the same original bloodline anyway. The family, it changed.
It's actually German.
The bloodline ended at one point. I couldn't tell you what century, but the bloodline completely ended. They had to.
They used to, why we're German and why we're thingy, because the princes and the thing were just married to across Europe. It's really not that difficult to figure out. It's not, you're all, no, they're all, this is why we're all cousins, we're all Northern Europeans, the same people. All the same people.
Just to watch this infographic on YouTube a lot of the time with random topics from history and shit. Those really heavily inbred French drawings at one point.
Yeah, they started having loads of problems.
Yeah, loads of fucking issues.
But what it is, there would have been more.
Died in his 20s before.
No, they reckon there was a lot more that people don't realise about it. They would have hidden that one because it would look bad on them. Do you know what I mean? There would have probably been a lot more. There'd probably more royals that never even existed. That problem.
I'd expected, to be honest, guys, to see more police in force. I can see 3 still at the.
Right, I was seeing, there's another one coming around. There was a couple down here as well, just walking around.
Is there anyone feel the thing? If there was any imperfections in the.
Yeah, of course. I think I'll get easy. You wouldn't be able to get away with it now. Back then, you could hide. You watch it.
Yes, again, when I was
Those annoying dry coughs.
Oh, it's a cold one today. Yeah.
This is where we're
Bloody freezing.
if the country was ever non-majority white, everyone decides to turn. Trust me,
That was Princess Leia just walked past me. Let's just say that please everywhere.
They had to move them back out when the papers leaked it. Harry goes, I've got to leave because it's a danger to the federal soldiers. They'll obviously go and try and
Tastes good, I don't think we'll stick to wet concrete. Did I try and stick it onto wet concrete with graph tape? It's not working. Yeah, I've just got that.
No, just a little bit of chip chat. Looks like there's a van setting up. That looks like it could have been a doctor at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could work.
Princess Leia again.
Oh yeah.
Or is it Slade? Slade stuff in the back.
thing is that it's no digital ideas. It is that one topic that both sides of the political spectrum will kind of like unite together and agree on, and it'll be a mixed bag.
So we're going to do the Palestine protest march going on as well. About a 5-minute walk from here. We're going to try and capture that as well. It's nice to get as much content as we can in one day.
I do have a feeling the revolution banner is probably a left-leaning person.
Yeah. Revolution for the comrades. You and Fine want to talk. Your twin brothers are lefty. So you're fine one to talk with your twin brothers are lefty.
That is fucking wild. There's a lefty clone of me somewhere. I watched it on Based and Bougie.
Yeah, that's what I've seen it. I thought, coward,
I'm so glad I was live that day. I've got an alibi and everything. I'm not a lefty, honestly. It's not me.
DP getting all passionate again.
DP when the ADHD kicks in.
Sounds like some sort of trend that ADHD DP. I don't know. A few people with cameras I'm not recognising.
The guy with the sign, grey hair.
Yeah, who has to.
He's a new channel.
Oh, okay. I recognise the bloke with the fat cigar as well. What's he doing?
Yeah, he's been at two protests. I'm trying to recall what protest we have seen it. This march will be on the way at some point. Well, it's a very, very cold one in Birmingham today. Very cold one. Walks around everything.
Right. I don't have to stop the votes media. He's not here yet. Stop the votes is coming, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it was actually coming. I think it was the one that brought this one up, actually.
Yeah. Oh, they're busy stopping votes.
There's a few processes. There's Wakefield on again.
Yeah. Man with flying cameras doing that, isn't it?
Yeah. Why did you say they were in Northern Wake? Man with flying
Man with flying camera? I don't know. Oh, one of the other ones on a bridge. I never even knew that.
It's probably one of the murals. Yeah, Black Sabbath.
Yeah, the sea life, man.
Yeah, that's all right, man.
Hey?
What's that word? I'm physiotherapy graduate.
So bear with us, guys. We know it's a bit slow at the moment. Can you walk around and show the same thing so many times? Got the officers in force now.
I'll tell you what, though, when you buy woolly socks or thermal socks, don't buy them from Temu. They're really shit. My toes are freezing again.
1 feet of toaster.
Stop sexualising our kids. Our kids be kids. Capitalist society and controlled society. All cash is king.
Right, so we'll stand here for a couple of moments. See some different points of view. Banner going up here. Go around and show you that one.
This is sign your name. But please don't come back. I'm a man of dust, light and sea.
So there you go, guys. Multiple agendas going on today.
Gonna measure. They got cameras on the crossroad pole, satellites counting everybody's soul. Ain't no law that can numb my skin. I walk with the storm, not within their feet. They won't daylight, they won't go. Feed the machine, keep the spirit soul. But my bloodline built from mountain stone can't stand that cold, can't clone my tone. No digital ID, no mark on me. I'm a ghost in the system, sovereign and free.
Right there, excuse my annoying cough, guys.
Last month there was a guy here, he was an
No problem. Oh, dear me. All right, mate. Hey?
Video, the one that's got not allowed in Dudley for flying his road. Usually wears a hat. This lady is thinking of starting a demo in Stoke. So like, yeah, I'd be interested in that.
Yeah.
I ain't done much in Stoke.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
I haven't got time, sir.
what you're waiting for, Marvelous Luke, we're going to play us a couple of songs. So, good afternoon, enjoy, and off we go.
Some music before we start then?
Birmingham, Birmingham, are you out there? Raise your voices, Birmingham, give us a cheer. Amazing work coming out today, everyone. Standing against criminals. criminal governments, when they try and track and trace us, we say, let's use the technology to track and trace them and their criminal behaviour. We do not comply, we do not consent. When they come knocking, you can sing them this through your letterbox. We won't comply, our freedom is ours, our
They want to give you a digital to the point where they're placing the bets on which of a war resets. E-time security system, digital ID in a corporate prison. It's all about profit, profit. It's all about profit, profit. Fed by the love of power, but the power of love is all the way to stop it. Digital freedom just won't cut it, because we can't trust these hand-picked copies. Fuck it, let's get down to brass tacks. There's a caste system in Britain called social class. Keep the poorest fed just enough, so we won't wake up and call them bluff. The media feed you sensationalism to make you justify racism. In the meantime, billionaires bled you dry, keeping fighting at an all-time high, to the point where they're placing the bets on which civil war resets. The entire security system, digital ID in a corporate prison. It's all about profit, profit. It's all about profit, profit. Fed by the love of power, but the power of love is the only way to stop it, yeah. We won't comply, our freedom. Freedom is ours, is the only way to stop it. Thank you.
Say no to digital ID. This is the beginning of the criminals tracking and tracing our every move. They cannot allow this. You've got these governments that are imprisoning people for golden signs while they sell weapons to the world. We say not in our name. And we're asking who is governing the minds, who decide who lives and who dies.
democracy with the affluent are getting off scot-free with the tax haven hypocrisy. Down on the picket lines in the UK where trade unions are trying to have their say. A fair day's work for a fair day's pay. Starting to sound just a little cliche. Can we all agree that equality is the pinnacle of human dignity? Still it's hard to ignore the intent of the law when you break down a word into its archaic form. I guess your government do Etonian sophism. These phonies with their cronyism wrote the wrong pants and will go through prison to keep you from the truth. What's true? When no one has to say what's true to keep you from the truth.
Yes, Birmingham, you know the truth. You know we cannot allow criminal governments to track and trace our every move and lock us out when we don't comply. We're just going to have a quick speaker and then we're going to do some more tunes. Stick around. Maybe we want to get a picture of you beautiful beings.
Hey, hopping in there. That's what I'm going to do.
No, I can do it. Let's move you asleep, everybody. They'll be back shortly. Proper talent. Proper talent. Brilliant. Just a quick bit of information for you all before you do anything silly later on today. There's 3 young men who are in prison currently under a Section 1. The father got 10 years and his 2 sons got 5.5 years each for protesting at the hotels in Tamworth. So before you start thinking of running riots around the town and gallivanting through the Bullring or bloody Grand Central or New Street or whatever, just think on now. These twats in the government, they're getting desperate now. That's why the prison sentences are getting tougher and tougher. And it's going to get tougher still. They've got nothing to lose now. They're going to come back at us with everything they've got. And you know, 19-year-old and 21-year-old, no previous convictions, 5.5 years each in prison. That's a hell of a lot. And 10 years for the father. So the mother now is her home all on her own, and the family's in prison. And I keep on saying it every time I come here, I put my neck above the board a bit more, and I tell you, these police don't work for you.
No!
They work for the corporation.
Yes!
They work for the government.
Yes!
They don't work for the people. Half of them couldn't even tell you their oaths. But anyway, I'm not going to ramble on too much about that before they come and arrest me.
Don't worry! It's with you!
So I'm going to welcome our first speaker today. Now this man, I introduced him last time. I said he's got more balls than anybody in Westminster or the Houses of Parliament, and as he pointed out, he's not in there anymore. But he's a bloke who I hugely admire, got the greatest of respect for, and he says it like it is. God bless him. Mr. Andrew Bridgen, everybody.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to be in Birmingham once again. We're just before Christmas, and I think this is a sort of time of year when it's taking stock of what's happened last year or this year and looking forward to the future. And one thing I can assure you is that if we say yes to digital ID, it's going to be a very dark future. A dark future not only for ourselves, but for those we love and care about, for our children, our grandchildren, and future generations of our nation unborn, because Digital ID is a one-way street. Once it's in, it's never going to go away. It gives the government absolute control ultimately over every aspect of our lives. You'll be giving away your freedom, vicariously giving away the freedom of those you care about and your neighbours, but you will be giving away the freedom of your children and grandchildren. And there may be some deluded individuals, misguided, we might call them, who trust this government. But by signing up for Digital ID, you've got to trust every government in the future. Governments who have not been elected, governments you probably won't support. That's the level of trust you would have to sign up for Digital ID. Now there's a saying I quite like, I think it was Tony Benn, a man of the left who was actually a great Democrat and very much against the European Union. And he said that when the people are scared of the politicians, that's tyranny. And when the politicians are scared of the people, that is democracy. Well, I think we are scared of what our government's going to do to us next. It's the most unpopular government in history, pushing through the most unpopular policies in history. And I don't think they're going to pivot away. You've got a Prime Minister, a government with 11% support in the country, putting through a policy of Digital ID which 2/3 of the public oppose. How is that democracy? And do they look like they're a government about to change their policies? Do they look like they're scared of facing the electorate in a few years' time at the ballot box? I fear they have plans that they're now cancelling local elections left, right and centre. They're conditioning you for the fact that they're going to cancel the general election in 2029. They'll find an excuse, maybe it's going to be a big war with Russia or an emergency. You've got to stand up for your rights. You've got to stand up for democracy. You've got to stand up for yourself. And I don't think anyone's coming across from America to save us. We've got to save ourselves. And Digital ID is the cornerstone of Agenda 2030. Without Digital ID, they cannot bring in any of the aspects of Agenda 2030. They can't bring in vaccine passports, which they'll want to make sure that we're all fully vaccinated. They won't be able to bring in our carbon allowance, to restrict our freedoms even further and tax us. So Digital ID is the battleground we have to fight on, and it's a trap. And it's always better to avoid a trap than to try and get out of it once you're in it. God bless you, have a good Christmas, and say no to Digital ID. Thank you for listening to me.
Right, Marcus Luke, we're going to come in and do 2 more songs. So I've got to get off. I think I've got another gig to go to this afternoon or this evening. So here you go. Marcus Luke back again, and shortly we'll have Mr. David Eichel.
Yes, Birmingham, so good to see so many standing together. Despite the media's attempt to divide us on every single issue, we stand united together, strong against criminal governments and mandatory digital IDs. We say no, thank you.
Are you ready to be fleeced with the mark of the beast?
What choice do you have when you're living on a leash?
In this open air prison where
You make a fair living.
It don't matter if you're rich or poor, still be given the decision
From your overlords.
throw you overboard.
If you don't conform to the protocol,
There's no vote at all.
in a state of emergency.
Meditate on a word to emergency. Cornucopia, transcending to utopia. Caught between a corporate entity
And a spirit in a body full of empathy.
My karma ran over my dogma.
This is perfect thing to know.
The rigid beliefs of religious cheaters, the goats of all scapegoats. Okay, this next song is called May All Beings Be Free from Slavery.
We want to see all beings on planet Earth free from slavery. Help us sing this song, Birmingham. Every human being deserves human rights, and we all deserve the right to be free from exploitation and slavery. Help us sing this, Birmingham. keep singing and we'll be just fine. I say, no brainer, it'll take no time. Keep singing and we'll be just fine, maybe. The next speaker up. Okay, gather closer. If you can't hear this one, you can gather closer. I think next up we might have David Icke. I don't know if that's the order, but how many years has this gentleman been telling us, eh? How many years? And it's all coming into fruition before our eyes. Absolute insanity. My country, they took all the land, they divided it up into squares with their hands, and they chopped down the trees, and they sprayed all the weeds so that nothing would grow but grass. One day we'll watch it go back. In my country, poisoned the rabbits and the badgers were cold, and there was nowhere to run for the wild animals, because the cows and the lambs stood up, divided up land with no trees to shade them at all. One day we'll watch it all fall. In my country, they call to plant seeds and feed them with water and light. Oh, cannabis is illegal, and they can lock you inside for growing herbs in your garden to heal your insides. It's time to speak out. In my country, they build all the bombs to sell to other countries. It might right all the wrongs, because violence is heroic if the establishment says, and murder becomes legal when the army's paid to keep on killing babies, and it's all in our name. The capture and the rape and the genocide. Shame. Shame. In my country, the people decided that they are much stronger when they're not divided, and they joined all their hands and they took back the land, and they taught all their children to see that everyone born should be free. Thank you, Birmingham. Stay free. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Mobius Luke. Always a pleasure. Right, your next speaker now. It's somebody who always gives his support to Birmingham, and I thank him for that. And so does his lads, actually. But enough of my talking, I know why you're here. Mr. David Icke. David.
Hello. Oh, I remember Birmingham. BRNB.
Yes!
Tony Butler, BRNB Sport. I remember him. What's up? What are you going to do? I'm being mic'd up, okay. Yeah, so I've got a lot of memories of Birmingham. But what I want to do today, because one or two people have come up to me and we've been chatting away, and there's been quite a theme that's kind of come out. And that is that we have to understand that this effort, this dystopia that's unfolding, it's not happening in England, and it's not happening in America, and it's not happening in Europe, it's not happening in Australia. It's happening frickin' everywhere. Now, why is that? And, you know, I've been going on now for coming into my 36th year, talking about the fact that the world is controlled by a global network of secret societies that I call the global cult. A network of secret societies that ultimately have an interlocking inner circle leadership which is driving the direction of human society. And the idea is to kid us that we have choice when actually whoever we are given to choose between is actually controlled by this same cult. And this is why, if you look at the direction of human society, what you see is no matter who's in power, no matter what rosettes on the lapel or what party is in power, the world goes on incessantly heading in the same direction to ever greater centralization of control and tyranny. Now, you might vote for one party and they might use different excuses. They might move at a different pace towards this dystopia, but they still go in that direction. So the question is why? I'll give you an example. We now have the Starmer government, and before we had the Conservative government of people like Sunak and Johnson, but they both were pushing us in the direction of tyranny. Now we have the Reform Party appearing, of Nigel Farage, and they are saying that if they get into government, then up to half the cabinet will be appointed, not elected. Now, anyone who's read my books over the years will know that I've pointed out that the whole direction of so-called politics is that this global cult is moving towards a technocracy in which appointed people, technocrats, bureaucrats, and so-called experts in these various fields, they were great, weren't they, the experts during COVID? They are moving towards that, and what that means is the end of elected politicians. The end of elected politicians and their replacement with appointees. And you'll have noticed, because it's not difficult to see, that through the whole period of COVID, and a long time before, come to that, but certainly now, look around, they are putting complete frickin' morons into government. You know, if the Trump cabinet has a brain cell between them, then it's as much as I've ever seen. And then, bloody hell, let's come back to Britain. David Lammy. Is there life on David Lammy? I see no evidence. Then you've got Rachel Reeves and all these other complete bloody idiots in power. Why? Because what they're doing systematically, because what this whole global conspiracy is a psychological game. It's to manipulate your perception so you behave the way the cult wants you to behave. So what they're now doing is everything they can to make the populations of the world lose total confidence in elected politicians by putting morons into power, and therefore to get the people to kind of accept, well, the politicians have been bloody useless, we can't be any worse, thank you, gotcha. So if we look at digital ID and this AI human fusion, we are not looking at Keir Starmer alone imposing it in Britain. This is how it works. I mean, 36 years later, this is how it works. You have this global cult, it goes beyond that too, but let's keep it at that level. And it works through all the different countries all over the world. It works through China as much as it works through the United States and Europe and Britain. And it has an agenda for the world, not for England, for the world. And that agenda is for the fusion of humans and the human brain with artificial intelligence. They're telling you what they want to do, what they plan to do, and a digital control system, which means that AI, in effect, will control every fine detail of your life and your children's lives. So, let's look at Starmer from that perspective. What these people do, this global cult, they have sub-networks in every country, and their job is to manipulate into power people who will serve the agenda. And idiots absolutely are on the list, because if you're a moronic personality, you have no original thought. Therefore, the civil service and advisors will be dictating policy, not you. So you look at Starmer. He's been put into power by this cult and its British network. And if you look at his eyes, look at Starmer's eyes. This bloke's permanently bloody terrified. Not just when he's asked a difficult question like, what's your name? That's just a more accentuated part of it, when he's got a question he doesn't like. But in general, he's terrified. And he's terrified because, you know, one of the great things, and we can bring this into Jeffrey Epstein and that whole network and the Jimmy Savile network, one of the ways they control these people is through blackmail. You know, the reason, or one reason, there are so many pedophiles in governments and politics is because once one of those goes into power, you got them. You got them. Oh, well, you know, we've got a bit of a choice here. You can either pursue the policies we tell you to pursue, and then massive headlines on the front pages of the Sun, etc., will not happen. But, you know, we wouldn't like what you're doing to come out, would we? And this is massively part also of the control of politicians. So you look at Starmer and his mob, and you go back one step further deeper into the cult, and you meet Tony Blair. The one thing you know about Tony Blair is whatever he's saying is what the cult wants to happen every frickin' time. So he was the one, as an aide of his publicly talked about with a whistleblower some years ago, who opened the door, who opened the gates to mass immigration problem. And now he, through Starmer, he too, is saying the answer to that is digital ID. You create the problem, you offer the solution, and they're the same people doing both. And then you go one step back again into the cult, into the shadows, and you meet a guy called Larry Ellison, who is Tony Blair's handler. And Larry Ellison is supposed to be the second richest man in the world. He owns Paramount and CBS News in America. He's trying to buy CNN. A very good chance he's going to end up with the American version of TikTok. And he's the biggest private funder of the Israeli Defense Forces. And you'll go back and he'll have people to answer to, and they'll have people to answer to. And this is where it's coming from. So there is, as you look at the way we are played, there are common global themes which are used on everyone because it's coming from a global level, not just a national level. So, how do the few control the many? Well, look through human history and you'll see again that this is a constant theme throughout human history. The few control the many. Okay, well currently we're told there are 8 billion people in the world. And the number of people, I'll tell you from my own research and experience over these decades, the number of people in full knowledge that are driving this agenda from the inner core is frickin' tiny. Tiny, a smear compared with 8 billion people. So mathematically, it's impossible for a few to control the many. Impossible. But how do they do it? And this is a constant throughout human history, and it's a constant today all over the world. Number one, you have to get your target population to have belief systems that are rigid and unquestioning, that limit, first of all, your ability, because that's what they do, to look beyond the limits of your belief system. I don't care if it's a religious belief system or a political belief system, left and right. You've got to have a rigid belief system, and they want loads of different ones, because then they can do the second stage of this assault on humanity, which is to divide and rule by playing off different belief systems against each other. Now, if we could just find it in ourselves to be at peace with someone having a different view to us without seeking to impose their beliefs on everyone else, then we might have the chance, while not agreeing on everything, to come together on something that impacts upon us all. Because, you know, this is not an attack on the freedom of Christianity or Islam or Hinduism or Buddhism or any of them. It's not an attack on the left or the center or the right. It's an attack on all of us to impose this unbelievable, never seen before in known human history, dystopia of control. And so what they want us to do is to go on fighting each other over different belief systems and ideologies, and not look up and see that the same hands are holding the strings attached to all of us. They want us in conflict. No, they must have us in conflict, otherwise they cannot prevail. And like I say, that doesn't mean we have to agree on everything. But what we have to do, surely, is to focus our attention on what matters to all of us, what affects all of us. Charlie, you look at the alternative media at the moment, or what passes for it often, and you'll see this focus on who killed Charlie Kirk, this focus on Turning Point USA and the meeting between Erica Kirk and Candace Owens, and what's they're going to happen? Massive freaking numbers. Oh, millions. Oh my God, look at what's going to happen. And while that's happening, and our focus of attention, this is what perception manipulation is all about. It's controlling your focus of attention. While this is all happening, this is happening. And what they want, and you're going to see this in 2026 even more, they want to create as many diversions as possible so that we're looking all over the place except here. Because this control system up to this point has controlled people via control of perception. So they have to manipulate information. Where do we get our perceptions from, our belief systems from? We get them from information received. So you control information as best you can, and censorship is a massive means of controlling information. You can see this, hear this, but not hear this and see that, because that might give you a different view of the situation to the one we want you to have. And so you had this, up to this point, manipulation of information to control perception. Look at COVID. What was that about? There was a narrative they wanted the population to believe in, which was that there was a deadly virus, and the way to save yourself and your family was to have a COVID fake vaccine. Fake because it didn't fulfill the definition of vaccines before then. It's a genetic manipulator. So, what did they do? I know that personal experience. They threw people off the internet who were talking about it. They silenced them because they wanted to make sure that people overwhelmingly had only their version of COVID, because then perception is likely to believe that narrative. But we now, with the digital ID and digital currency, which is fundamentally connected, and with the AI human fusion, we are on the cusp of going to the next level. And clearly not yet enough people realize the consequences of that level. It is that AI is connected to the human brain, and it doesn't have to be done through just microchips in the brain that we can see. It can be done through nanotechnology, which just happens to be what was put into the body of so many people via the COVID fake vaccine and through other means now. And the idea is that we will get our perceptions not formed from manipulated information, but we will get them direct from artificial intelligence. So basically, we are being connected to a hive mind. which will deliver our perceptions, and it will deliver our emotional reactions. And funnily enough, when that happens, if we allow it to happen, that AI will not be asking questions like, who's running the show? To what end? Why do they do this? Why do they do it like that? Why is freedom being taken away? AI is not going to ask those questions. That's the idea. Complete human control of thought and emotional response. And that is unfolding before our eyes now. And alongside it is designed to be this digital dystopia where every fine detail of our lives will be controlled by AI ultimately, but through a digital system. And the idea of the digital ID is obviously direct control of everything and tracking of everything and everyone. But the digital currency, which is unfolding at the same time, the so-called central bank digital currencies, that's designed to work in tandem with the digital ID, and it's coming in all over the world. You know, Trump came in, total con man. Now, upsetting anybody? Well, I've been saying it ever since he came on the scene in 2016 politically. Total con man. What he's saying, what he said, because his MAGA base is all against this central bank digital currency, is that he was going to sign, as he did, an executive order that said America will not have a digital currency, a central bank digital currency. What he then did was introduce something called stable coins, which is a digital currency. It's not central bank digital currency, but it's a digital currency. And what's the common theme between that and central bank digital currencies? Programmability. Once you have the digital currency in place, they can program the area in which your money can be spent and on what and what cannot be spent upon. So you want to go and buy something that will give you a better understanding of what's happening, they can stop you buying it. They can stop you spending that money, your money, outside of the designated area. Here we have the way to police the so-called 15-minute cities. And we are now standing at this cusp of the most extraordinary transformation of human society into a level of control that it's almost impossible to exaggerate. And it's all being orchestrated from this global level, and people like Starmer do what they're told because that's what they're put in for. Just like Blair was, just like Sunak was, just like Johnson was, and just like Trump is. So people talk about what are the solutions? Well, I keep saying over the years, I'm not interested in solutions, because what happens with solutions is they usually lead to more problems in need of more solutions. What I'm looking for is the cause of the problem. How do a few control the many throughout human history? Because if you remove the problem, or you remove the cause of the problem must disappear. It has to. So what's the cause of the problem? That we have fallen over and over for rigid, unquestioning belief systems that can be played off against each other, that limit your ability to expand into the levels of infinite possibility and understanding and insight. Because if you go beyond the wall of your belief system, you're no longer whatever you call yourself. You're no longer a Christian, you're no longer a Muslim, you're no longer a Hindu, whatever. You're no longer left or you're no longer right. Because you realize it's all bloody nonsense. And all designed to divide us, to divide the totality of humanity so the few can go on ruling, except ruling, as I've said, on a level now that is beyond the imagination really in terms of this control. Now, there's a guy who is a so-called futurist executive of Google called Ray Kurzweil, and he said a few years ago, he claims to be the numero uno man who understands about this whole AI human fusion agenda. He's in favor of it, of course. And he said a few years ago this: by 2030, humans will be being connected to artificial intelligence. Is in his words, they will be connected, their brains will be connected to the cloud. And his words again, from that moment, artificial intelligence will do more and more of human thinking until human thinking as we've known it is negligible. He means deleted. And you're looking at this circling of the wagons around the politicians by the AI billionaire technocrats and psychopaths like Elon Musk, like Peter Thiel, like Mark Andreessen, like one of their number called David Sachs, who is now the AI crypto czar, crypto digital currency czar of the Trump administration. It's moving in faster and faster. And we must not have our focus of attention pulled into myopia and pulled in other directions, which is what's happening and what is planned to happen massively in 2026. We must focus on this because our children and grandchildren are depending upon us to do so. Because if we think we have dystopia now, what the hell world are they going to live in if we go on allowing this to happen? 8 billion people cannot be controlled by a handful unless the 8 billion give their power away to the few. Fascism, communism, tyranny are never imposed by fascists, communists and tyrants because there's never enough of them. Tyranny is imposed by the acquiescence of the population to the tyrants. And while we go on doing that, we are going on playing the game that has ensured that human society has been controlled by the few throughout human history. If we're going to remove the cause of the problem, then we have to stop acquiescing to authority. We have to stop being divided by belief systems, because our belief system is the best and thou must impose it on you. We've got to start looking at this global level and what it really is and what it really means, and realize that no matter what you believe, that cult has you in its gun sights. But together, we could bring this down over bloody night. That is the frustrating thing and the sad thing. Because if someone like Starmer or Trump or any of these bloody buggers come out and say this is what's going to happen, if enough of the population say we're not doing it, we're not having it, we can see why you're doing it, and we're not cooperating. Then we will see where the power has been all along. It's been with us, the population, not with authority. Authority imposes its will through our acquiescence. It uses the power to impose itself, which is the power we bloody give to them. What are we doing? And if we don't, then they'll get what they want. If we do, the edifice of power, which has always been illusory and psychological, will fall, and our kids will live in a world worth living in. It's up to us to step up and say no, enough, no more, because there's nothing more important than bringing an end to this. Because if we cross this line, from then on, it's going to be very, very difficult to turn it back. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mr. David Icke always comes to Birmingham. Show your appreciation, please. Now you're in for a treat. It's Mr. Dancing Feet himself. It's actually Houston.
I think we spotted the flag snatcher.
Join me on the chant. There's a lot of voices here today and we'll explain exactly what our plan is moving forward with these digital ID protests. But first, give yourself a round of applause. You stepped off line. You stepped off line. To stand up in solidarity for your futures and your children's futures. Why is nobody stepping off line? Why are people continuing to use and expect to use the same mechanisms that are going to enslave us to fight against it? Now, I don't want to be that guy that speaks every single protest, and I don't want to be that guy, but I do want to explain a few things. I want you all to note that we are back here again on the 24th of January 2026. Now, I've had a few talks with the police officers. I am not being organised. Let me make one thing clear. We are all organisers here, guys. Every last one of you are organisers. So treat this protest, treat this bit of land, treat this space like your own moving forward, because I truly do believe the same way we've seen no jab, no job. They all came out then, they all stood here, we had thousands and thousands of people stood here, they got their job back, we all stood up, and they went inside and kept silent. We don't stay silent. Stay safe. There's a deep-seated sense of what we have here in Birmingham. People are doing things all around the country, but what we have here in Birmingham for 5-6 years now is a deep-seated culture. And to the police, and the Birmingham family, and whoever else may be listening, we are not going anywhere. We are going to come out here each and every single month and fight in solidarity for our children's future, because nothing is more important than overturning this digital ID infrastructure push. Do you agree? Nothing is more important, guys. So anyway, they had me in court, so I pled not guilty. A month or two ago we had a protest. I called Keir Starmer what? What? I called him what? I didn't think we could say that word in public. They've got me in court for it. I think my trial, not guilty trial, is in June. 25th of June. I'd love you all to sing a song now.
Hello guys, let me hold
What's he hiding for?
elections will have been made big. People are going to know. People need to understand we are going to hear each and every month. You guys are the original gangsters for that. You're the original for like 465. We are going to have thousands and thousands of people stood here in Camden Square. But what we do want to do is offer solutions. If you want to be never take it.
It's not about you're being racist towards us. You're saying that we're not allowed our opinion. That's racist. So why are you taking the big thing on its side but their flag off? When up and took our flag off the flag oh right, so you just said so down I can go around taking any flag down. I would never disrespect you to take your flag down. So how come as an English fan I'd be respectful of your asking flag down? You're asking wouldn't do it out of respect. What? It's don't respect.
Why? Because you feel the British blokes are racist. That's my view. I've got no problem with the British flag. But right now, I feel like it's being used.
No, you go in and make it. You go and highlight. Yeah, your view is wrong. Because at the end of the day, you're causing to make yourself a little bit. You're basically being hypocritical. Because that is no, hold on, let me finish. Because that is upsetting us. I am upset by that. I'm a proud Englishman. I've got no issue with that. Don't tell us white people in this country we can't fly our England flag. It's your flag as well, specifically. It's our ethnic flag. It's our identity. Because it's our identity. We're putting our flag. Your identity is white. Yes, the England flag. You are, civically. I didn't mean it like that. What I'm saying is, don't take the flag down. It's our identity. It's my identity. I'm proud of it. And the people that put it up are proud to put it up. But you have, by taking it down, you're having a go at the ones that put it up.
Put the flags up. I don't like it.
It doesn't represent that. You've made it like that. Yes. Mass migration, we want it to slow down. Are we allowed to have that opinion?
Well, yes.
Yeah. So why are you taking our flag down?
I don't believe that mass migration is a problem. I believe we've got a problem with mass migration at the moment.
What, so you think bringing in 800,000 to a million foreigners into the country against the people with no hate against everyone, no individual, I'm an empathetic person, Salman, yeah? As an individual, I go to my friends, I don't speak to my friends like that, I try and find out where they're from. I actually want to go and try and find some of these people. I do a bit of journalism on that. Someone who's very nice. 600,000 Sudanese slaughtered in a week. Awful stuff, yeah? It's not about hating individuals like that. But as a big picture thing with immigration, we are feeling, we're upset. Alongside importing people to our country at mass levels for years and years, it's been doubled down and told that we're racist and bad people for being white. And what have I found in the last 10 years? Being a white Englishman in my own nation is unpopular. And if you're taking our flag down and doubling it down on it, you are adding to that.
1 second, guys. Come back and then you can record this chat now.
Let me get it right here. Civically, you become English.
What's your pulled away for?
First and foremost, English is our ethnicity. White English is ethnicity. That is our flag that identifies our ethnicity. You go to another country, do you respect that? I will never disrespect that. I will never take a flag down in another country.
I'm living the past.
I'd say no Israel flags, no Palestine flags. There's loads of divisions, so why promote that will? Oh yeah, we're not allowed to do it. We're bad. we're rated, because we've got our flag of 8th division. But when everyone, they put all their flags everywhere, it's absolutely flat. Yeah, it's a new line.
It's a welcome here. We want to be in Conquer. We want to be. We want all. We're ready to be unique together. Because all is together. We're great. That's all we do. Remember what you will not be paralyzed.
He's saying everyone's rated. In my opinion, that is racist.
There's like 3 colour signs there.
You're down by the mailbox. And I'm bored of this now. It's cold standing around, isn't it?
It's freezing.
I can't, I'm actually shivering. I'm here just
Where's the mailbox then?
Your birthday today as well, man. 42 today. Yeah, old man today.
So we do call it today?
March.
Freezing.
March is mental.
Eh?
March is mad as well, March.
Alright guys, we are going on a high energetic bar, of course, but just to let everybody know.
How come we got dragged away to security from David Icke? So cold.
Really cold. I can't
Play some music, we're going to get ready for a high energy march now guys, and we are going to come back here. And if anyone wants to speak, it's an open mic. If anyone wants to share some ideas after the march, you are more than welcome. Thank you.
say the march is signed shortly. I don't know what
Yes.
Yeah.
We are the people! We are the power! We are the 99%!
I thought it was in with 8 o'clock to the World Cup,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I fucking knew it.
That chain looks a bit heavy.
No, I think it's fake.
I don't think it is. Not the way it's hanging.
I've got DJI mics, but we don't use the adapter, have it? Just going straight to the camera.
Yeah, you need that's only for mobile phones and laptops. It's only for mobile phones and laptops, the adapters.
We don't use them, so I don't know what's to help you with that one.
What are you dancing?
They said sign your name to live in peace, but peace don't come with a barcode. I'm a man of dust, light and sea. Ain't no number gonna measure me. They got cameras on the crossroad pole, satellites counting everybody's soul. Ain't no law that can know my skin. I walk with the storm, I'm in there. They won't hear like they want.
Notice of charges from the mail to attend for magistrates court 8 days after the fact. Obviously, with no disclosure, so as for disclosure, they didn't send it. I went to court, the push Starmer's discussing they feel threatened. Right? They feel threatened. Keir Starmer's a wanker. Yeah? And we all know Keir Starmer's a wanker, but the difference is there's no victim. But Birmingham Bullring are pushing for it. And you know yourself, nobody was under alarm or distress in Birmingham Bullring. The whole country, the whole town, the whole Bullring joined in on the chant. And everyone went over. Yeah, security guard, got the footage, we're going to share the on trial. They thanked us because even with your own security, Birmingham Bullring, understand the heinousness behind digital ID, and they thanked us for our protest. So a message to the Bullring, please. We say no to your facial recognition, which will be linked to our digital ID to gain access to your stores. The people are waking up, and the people do not consent to you selling our facial recognition, information and data to third parties, and the people say no, and I will expose that in court like this. God bless you. Thank you. Right, so, Starmer's a wanker. It was me and Biggie that ran the fucking door. They've got to make a choice now. Trial is unsustainable. Yeah, trial is in the judge's hand at the end of the day. But it's unsustainable. By law, the moment this is unsustainable. Yeah. Whether they push that all night and anti-radical, we all know what's happening now. 30 people died in this. But they've got to make a choice now. Behind this. Do they want it in the paper exposed that? Manning court for saying Keir Starmer's a wanker when they put the paper. That's what I think it's going to be. I want it to go to
So I was arrested after the last one for saying Keir Starmer the wanker under Section 4, which Section 4 requires a victim to feel alarm, distress.
Do you want to give you inside out to prove you exist? Do you want every service, public and private, to ask for it until nothing works around it? Do you want the digital ID to become a big use in your entire life? Do you want the movement to lead from every to one door? Do you want your entire day reduced to 200 data points and net dashboard? Do you want to be able to efficiency, safely, with a smooth running of society? Do you want your money linked directly to that ID? Do you want every purchase manager capitalised and sold? Do you want your contracts to be digital ID? Do you want to all our policies to have your views and set actions? Do you want to reach something on the shelf, leave cards, and which the truth might? Do you want your travel rationed by algorithm? Do you want trains, taxis and flights denied because you put your cash on rent? Do you want carbon credits that reset every month for pocket money for obedient adults? Do you want them deducted automatically when you keep your home, home in a nettle, or buy your food? Do you want to live in a country where your rights depend on whether the system approves of you? Do you want your social media to pay a originated supervisor, selling every day before you even post it? Do you want criticism of the government quietly removed label misinformation? Do you want every thought you share restricted to a narrow, state-approved script? Do you want your freedom of speech replaced with freedom to repeat what's authorised? Do you want silence to become the only form of privacy left? Do you want neighbourhoods geofenced each boundary quietly enforced by your phone? Do you want to discover one day that you can't leave your own area without digital permission? Do you want your city to become a map of invisible wars? Do you want compliance to replace choice? Do you want the quiet voice of the system reminding you endlessly of what you're allowed to do? Do you want your children growing up under constant digital supervision? Do you want them to grow up believing surveillance is simply how things are done? Do you want your children reduced to barcodes, neatly catalogued, constantly measured? Do you want to live in a country where freedom becomes a nostalgic word your children don't understand? Do you want to live in a country where freedom is treated as a privilege that can be switched off? Do you want a digital ID that turns your phone into a pass you must present to exist? Or do you want something else? Do you want a country where freedom is not conditional, not scored and not rationed? Do you want to be untracked, unmeasured and unmonitored? Do you want a life where your choices aren't approved by a machine? Do you want your children to live as children and not as data? Do you want a future where surveillance isn't built into every moment? Do you want a society where humanity comes before measurement, and dignity comes before data? Do you want to remember what it means to live without asking for permission first? Then stand now for your freedom and for the freedom your children will lose if you stay silent. Do you want a digital ID that stops being optional the moment you try to live without it? Do you want it to be the key to signing in, signing out, and proving you exist? Do you want every service, public and private, to ask for it until nothing works without it? Do you want a digital ID that becomes the gatekeeper to your entire life? Do you want your movements logged the moment you leave your front door? Do you want your entire day reduced to a stream of data points on a government dashboard? Do you want to be told it's for efficiency, for safety, for the smooth running of society? Do you want your money linked directly to that ID? Do you want every purchase monitored, categorised and stored? Do you want your bank balance to behave not as your property, but as a permission? Do you want programmable currency that quietly refuses certain items? Do you want to reach for something on the shelf, meat perhaps, and watch the till decline because you've exceeded your allowance? Do you want dinner to be determined by a carbon calculator rather than your appetite? Do you want your travel rationed by algorithm? Do you want trains, buses and flights denied because you've hit your carbon limit? Do you want carbon credits that reset every month like pocket money for obedient adults? Do you want them deducted automatically when you heat your home, boil your kettle or buy your food? Do you want to live in a country where your rights depend on whether the system approves of you? Do you want your social media to become an automated supervisor, scanning every word before you've even posted it? Do you want criticism of the government quietly removed, labelled misinformation, and filed under your name? Do you want every thought you share restricted to a narrow, state-approved script? Do you want your freedom of speech replaced with freedom to repeat what's authorised? Do you want silence to become the only form of privacy left? Do you want neighbourhoods geofenced, each boundary quietly enforced by your phone? Do you want to discover one day you can't leave your own area without digital permission? Do you want your city to become a map of invisible walls? Do you want compliance to replace choice? Do you want the quiet voice of the system reminding you endlessly of what you're allowed to do? Do you want your children growing up?
He's supposed to get me flashy, he walked off. Well, let's focus on the flag, not flag shagger, flag snatcher. I wonder what them three froze to death yet. Them dancers. Okay, got it. Oh yeah. That's actually working. I completely forgotten I got it and I thought, yeah, he gave me a card last time. Yeah, it's like I can ban it. It is. Huh? Fox Audits. Fox Audits. Same channel. Yeah, I'm doing the YouTube. He's doing the Facebook. I'm a what, sorry? Yeah. Coming through.
That's why a lot of people, this is why
So it's round 2 of DP Audits versus the
You live in your family came to this nation for free and better life. Well, they were not free in that sense, but you know, come to a lovely free world and benefit from all the privileges of this nation now. And then to tell us that our flag is divided and taken down. You're saying it's your flag, but you should see it up there with pride as well. Why do you see it as racism for? And this is what's happening, Salman. People keep saying these things. I'll be straight with you, yeah? You ain't gonna like it. I said it to you before. People are construing me as racist for them. Across the Western world, white people, whether you like it or not, are getting upset. And doing things like taking our flags down when we want to put it up with pride is upsetting to us as a race as well. Because that is a big part of the thing. I'm not afraid to say it anymore. People have come guests to this country.
I'm not a guest. I was born.
No, I'm saying over the last 100 years, people have come to this country with welcome with open arms. We've come English and that, yeah? But when we say we're upset, don't take our flags down. You should respect that, in my opinion.
Any nation, right, is a history of migration.
Do you agree with Palestine for the Palestinians? You do, don't you? You know that's nationalism, don't you? So why are you complaining about the English having a little bit of nationalism thought processes now?
With genocide here, I'm minority. I don't think you are being white.
Well, we could say we don't think there's a genocide in Palestine.
You think there's a genocide in the
No, the demographic change is rapid in this country, though. Do you not think?
How's that affecting you?
It is affecting us. Spiritually, it's affecting us. We're allowed to be upset about these things. You can't just keep saying we're racist. So you're taking the flag down, saying it's division. So you're saying that. So your idea of division is because you think you destroy it as racist, but the flag don't.
People are saying.
I think you lot put the Palestine flag up, which goes against the Jews as racist. The Jews doing it, Jews racist. We don't see anyone else praying about that. We don't know that Jews do that.
I believe the country's upset. You know, I've got no interest.
That's no hate to you or anyone that's not what.
You know, obviously you realise you've probably got children in other way and so way. You know, and half of these men, the majority of these men are elected in the place. So, you know, you see what people are with our values and let's put some sweets on the table. And there's some good sweets in there too. I'm going to kick out. Do eat them sweets. Which you obviously agree with? Yeah.
We're against us, we're against
Oh, come on, don't be disingenuous.
everybody, okay? But the majority of people coming in,
but the government are using one thing.
But it's what?
Yeah, of course, because it's the ones that are doing that are giving bad press to the ones that are probably genuine and probably genuine seeking asylum in the UK. You know what I mean? So there probably is some genuine ones. But how do we distinguish the good from the bad? And let that evolve itself and let that sort itself out? Or, you know what I mean?
Just making collateral damage, don't we?
In a world there is good and bad. Of course. And it's difficult to police everybody believes on that. Even if you've got rid of all the sides, I don't think then it would end with I follow the school like
and I agree with that. I agree.
We hunt our paedophiles, that's why. We hunt ours.
I work as a resident.
Do we notice that the government, especially the mainstream media, all they're focusing on at the moment is asylum seekers going around doing naughty things to children, right? You know what I mean? Which is obviously...
Germany, now Simon, you're saying, don't worry, but listen, so Germany's saying with the Afghans, these are big, the stats coming out about the Afghans are very worried. So in Germany, you're saying a violent crime is Afghans, when the stats coming out, it's and in Denmark, right, here, per 10,000, what's CST, you know, to do with immigration. No, the immigration, the Dominican, yeah, he's not right. Convicted in this country, 6.7. Now, white British is actually 2%. Disparity there. The top of the list is Afghanistan. Sexual crime for 10,000. That is absolutely shocking. We have to be concerned about this. For me personally,
it's alright, do this job.
This country, not we, this country, this government, funny enough, we all agree on that. None of us like stuff. Yeah. You guys saying, you know,
they're nicked in for going in my way.
I just have to flag that, right? Okay. The Tories,
you could just say no, I don't agree with that. It didn't really my mark. You're using the people. You've got to give them credit for standing there. Take it back. But we can't say that, Simon. We can't say it. We can't. But honestly, everybody's you're saying Afghan wasn't fucked up for years, and you just for years.
We disagree. But if they decide another country right, it's like killing everyone, we would unite, we'd probably be in the same trend. You can't do that. It's like we wouldn't agree to some do, some don't. I just want to speak like something. Look, it's easy for you to say that. It's easy for you to say that. Like, I feel like I'm obviously I'm back. I just say that I know. How do you know? Have you been to war? Right, I'm thinking, no way. You don't know. Don't sound like it's a good war. I say to that. I'm not so ego-centric, so bold to say that in any situation I'll be the brave one. We all think we're the ones who fucking stand up, not necessarily so. I can't speak on behalf of other people. And they're bravery, they're whatever. I mean, sometimes these things are complicated. Like, in a sense, it might be better for you to go to another country and work and send money home to your family. That might be a better.
I don't agree with that though here, because that takes wealth out of the country. I think the Pakistanis do it a lot of money gets sent to Pakistan. Economy. The Indians,
they spend a lot of money here as well.
They do, but when you take any money out of the economy,
they shouldn't. Don't go on holiday.
I'm not saying go on holiday.
No, don't go on holiday. You know what? I'm more of a British citizen. You know what? I'm 19 years ago. Always got away. Fucking cool. Yeah. Is it? So I spend more money in this country than
probably a lot of you lads play hard. Let's say Tommy Robbins. No, but I'm saying, right? So if you're one of the logical argument, we should never ever buy anything abroad and go abroad.
No, what about earning a living here? Then it comes to your
But they spend, but they pay taxes, and every time they buy a slice of bread, that money goes back into the British economy. So going abroad is up to them.
No, if they come to the nation, it's a lot of that money. When you take money out of the nation,
they pay taxes. Sure, what? So you want to take the taxes? No. Where'd you get that camera? It's made in Britain. No, because that's gone abroad then, isn't it, mate? I ain't got a problem. As long as we pay our taxes, then that's fine. Look, if you've got an extra 30
England is open for the whole world. Because that's what I feel like. Why a lot of white people don't live? Why do you say white people? Because it's a fucking thing that's going on.
you are brothers, mate.
We are brothers.
The same. Can I
just talk to you? What about that?
I'll try.
Right, so somebody needs go
No one else is like
obviously, it sounds like why do you but obviously in Palestine, that was good mate. Threw off the first fucking building off the top there and dealt with.
How do you know that?
Because they're extreme in Palestine. Stop
How do you know that?
They are.
A lot of my gay mates have gone to Palestine. They've been
But a lot of people are moving here because the gay. A lot of people are moving to this country because they're saying they're gay and they're not getting accepted. You know, which is obviously bad. You know, but obviously to see them then stand with, you know, to see them stand with you then, you know what I mean? But knowing that's not your beliefs, if that makes sense.
Sorry, can you repeat it? I don't understand.
So allowing them to stand with you and say gays and people are welcome here.
Yeah, gays are welcome here.
Yeah, but if that was in your country, let's say, the origin, then that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, they do.
That builds people back when you find
it. So I believe that gays right, should be able to live in free.
And this is
anywhere in the world. Anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere. Yeah.
So unfortunately, that's not the reality.
Yeah.
We're bringing people in mass from these cultures that is different to what we've got used to here with 40 years. And I think eventually down the line, if we're not careful, it could put an unbalanced equilibrium for society and cause tension. Whether you like it or not, the tensions are rising and racism is on the rise because we are frustrated as people.
You're asking two different things going on here. So you're asking about, like, I might be saying it wrong, but I might paraphrasing it. So, for example, if you say a lot of people who are homophobic come to the country, right? So they come to the country, their culture is being homophobic. And then what happens is Britain becomes homophobic.
Homophobia rises.
It rises, That's got to be challenged. So, you know, I work with like people in there, because my job is, I work with science, because that's my full-time job. I'm a legal advisor, If I only homophobia, I fucking put a kibosh on, say, mate, fuck off, shut the fuck up. Change your opinion, you're fuck off.
Yes, you can say that to them, that doesn't mean, you can say to them, someone says you agree, but doesn't mean in their approach to it.
How do you know that? When I was a kid, back in the day, I was probably a lot more sexist than I was now. When I was brought up in the 80s, you could go to a guy and go, all right, darling, all right, I'll kiss your lumbar. Good old days. So I don't think, you know, different time period. I remember when I was a kid, you know, when I was 15 at school, you were too young. I remember the guy, he'd probably be about 20, put up in his Ford Escort Mark 1, get one of the girls, the school kids, 15, to go out. No, I was like, well, fucking hell, wait till I pass my driving test and get a Ford, you know, Escort whatever. Now, rightly so, I've moved on, so I accepted that back in the day, like every other fucker.
Yeah, of course.
So I've changed. So if I can change my opinion,
and other people can change.
Yeah, and you know, that's the way I look at it. Do you know what I mean? I don't go all right dining anymore. I don't do that, it's unacceptable. But I did back in the day and I was wrong for it.
You know what I think it is, right? With the left side of yourself, you do it out of all of the right pretenses, being a lovely person, Okay. I think the problem is you're a little bit naive with it, and whilst human beings, we are an intelligent species, we are fucking stupid and that's tribalistic. But my concern is, if we keep building this nation too fast, it's going to, that tribalism is going to rise, resentment is going to rise, and all these problems like racism and hatred will rise because they are. All I'm saying is, you're saying that don't worry about immigration, you should massively worry about this. And the part of it is, one, we've been frustrated for years, putting the flag up, it started to say, look, listen to us now. Please listen to us, right? For you to take that flag down, it's then going to be like, oh, no,
Let me ask you a question then, about the flags, right? Has it reduced the access to like the necessity of food banks? Has it increased like, you know,
no, it's just pride, it's just pride, mate.
At the moment, look, I get it. See, I think you're being naive. I think
yes, we're bad people, we're racist. I tell you what, you know what you need to worry about?
This has only recently kicked off, man.
Salman, do not worry about us. I'll tell you who you really want to worry about, man. An example, there's a guy in America called Nick Fuentes at the minute. He's managed to break down millions of young white men in America not being banned from all the major platforms. Have you heard of Divas before the platform? You haven't, have you? No, I didn't either. Also, I'm wrong, but he's managed to amass that following in absolutely silence. Why has he amassed that following? Because the white people are upset in this nation that have to address itself and it's going to get worse.
You know what we need to address? Fucking waiting lists, hospitals.
But massive,
let me give you an example. Can I give you an example? Right, yeah? Right, in Dudley, the council went to close the libraries. Okay?
I don't agree with that.
So I went on the protests, right, we, you know, outside, having a go, all the rest of it, petition, this, that and the other. Thank heavens, right, the libraries are open, right, and that was good energy.
People need to go back to libraries.
So then, yeah, I like libraries, yeah, and they're good safe space, people sit there, you don't have to buy anything, you ain't got much money, it's horrible, you just chill, right? There was more people having a go at the hotel protest than there were trying to save the library. I would love the energy. I would love all them lads and that energy, right, from all them tough guys to fucking fight for the NHS, fight for the bin workers, right, for the great grad. I would love it if the guy, you guys, right, because you brand yourselves, got loads of fucking bins, right, let's council house meetings, all the fucking rubbish, drops it in a council house and say, here you go, what are you going to do about it? I'd love that. Because you guys are tougher than me. Let
me explain to the new thing about migrant hotel protests. 30 years it's been slowly waiting time, they've ignored the immigration.
They ain't the majority of migrants.
No, listen, I'm not finished, let me talk.
Sorry.
Right. And this is my point. Legal migration wouldn't be getting looked at as much now, I believe, if mass migration and the legal migration was working. Going to the migrant hotels and protesting it, in a way, what it's been able to do is say, look, this migration problem is such an issue, we're going to take it to the migrant hotels and force the government to have the conversation about it. Whether you like it or not, and whether it's only a small amount, it has pushed the conversation more towards that, where the government wants to say, oh shit. So that's why the migrant hotel protest.
Can I ask you a question?
We should be looking up for refugees.
Can I ask you a question?
Their want and need has been diluted because people are like sort of they don't care anymore, Salman, genuinely, whether you like it or not.
Can I ask you a question? Right, they're saying that something like in the last couple of years, there's been 700,000 migrants coming here legally. Legally,
yes.
And who are they?
It doesn't matter who they are.
Who are they? No, I'm asking, what visa are they coming on?
No, they come on loads of different visas. Actually, the numbers could be higher because a lot of people come here on temporary visas.
Can I tell you what they are? Can I tell you what they are? I'll tell you what they are, yeah? It's clear work visas. Right, it's not clear work prices. And they're getting fucked by the government. All these clear workers, no seriously, they're getting fucked.
So your solution is to import them and replace our own workers. Why are we not training up our own kids? We don't need to import people.
We should.
We used to train our own kids. Why don't we bring technical colleges?
I think we should. But the fact is, right, the government has said we've got a care crisis, right? These people said, right, I'll come and look after your elderly, right?
And that's happening across a lot of care homes across the country.
Britain's an ageing nation.
So our government, this is where our government pushes. They're going, instead of solving a solution, training our youngsters, pushing them into these roles that you shouldn't be doing.
Why not train everyone?
Train people.
Want to sit at home on their arse getting pinned.
No, hold on a minute.
So I don't ever go at people on their
So the solution is,
I don't want to have like, oh, you know, some poor working class versus I believe that the division is rich.
So your solution is to deal with an issue, instead of dealing with it at the core of it, look around people trained up to deal with these situations, let's just import loads of people. They said it the other day, someone goes to me, oh, the birth rate's low. So that's why we're bringing immigrants in. Oh, so instead of going to the core problem and getting the birth rate of the people that are already in this state.
Really? So your solution is...
No, their solution is... their solution is flood the nation. We've got a birth rate problem. The government is saying that's why we're bringing immigration. That's part of it.
But surely that's a choice. If we got a birth rate, it means people don't want kids.
People can't afford to go home and have babies stop and stop being disingenuous.
I'm not being... No. Bringing up a kid. Look, I've been in the army. I've had fucking all sorts of jobs.
The hardest job I ever did. Procreate, right? It's procreation. Not the main thing as a species.
They kill, feed,
As
repeat.
any species of any animal, we are an animal. Procreation is the main thing.
Do you believe that we should have more
We
kids?
need to get the birth rate up. Yes, we do. To 2.1.
There's two things actually that all living things do: adapt and then reproduce.
Yeah, we need to get the birth rate up. At the minute, it's at 1.4. 2.1 is where we need to.
I don't want to.
No, it's not that you don't want to.
That sounds very Hitler-esque.
Hold on a minute, let me finish. We've gone down the feminism route too much where women don't want to go in our babies.
I like feminism.
Yes, but it's gone too far where now.
How's it gone too far?
Because a lot of women don't want to stay at home and have babies, but we can obviously give them the incentive to want to do that. A lot of women will go back home, but can afford to be at home, for example. Both parents have to work, everyone has to work now to afford to pay for a fucking house.
What about women who like working?
They do like work.
Like I said before, the hardest job I ever had.
So your solution is replace the English by importing replacement to the birth
give
rate?
people a choice. You're saying that we should have some kind of encouragement of having more kids.
Yes, we should, yes. 100%.
What's the choice? Sorry? Good for them.
100%.
Sounds like hell on earth. That sounds like hell on earth.
Does everyone else agree with me? We should be pushing our own birth rates to Not importing replacements, right?
Not being replaced, mate.
Anyway, Salman, the digital ID protest side, it's nice chatting to you. Yeah, no individual hatred. Like I said to you, I know, your heart.
Okay, guys, nice amicable debate there, even though most of us don't agree with him stealing flags, but it is what it is.
I'm not afraid, I'm trying to keep this. And if I like, you cannot say that. Anyway, Merry Let's get a grip of the if this nation performance won't be able to help anyone, create with him around the world.
Go with this way. Go with this way, one day. So I believe you can open that even bigger.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
This is the 23, this is. Yeah, this is the... yeah, Samsung 23 high, no, a little pen. Not a little pen.
I'm freezing, mate. It's so cold today.
Yeah. Oh, if it stays so too long, it's cold. Can't believe I landed on the knee.
Yeah, man.
I didn't even bruise my knee. Now all this fatness here, and I didn't go any damage.
When I see them in school, you know something else.
All the banners have walked off. All the banners have walked off.
He's my son.
He's in trouble, to be fair. And someone's really cold. So what's that? I've got my glasses on. Well, I don't know. March? I think it might have already in March. I don't know. So I can't read it.
Yeah, my mate, I remember
What did it say?
Getting Christmas ready there.
I don't even know what it looks like, to be fair. I've been watching YouTube, I watched this late. Right guys, I don't think there's going to be a march. They've packed all the banners up and gone with them. It is knocking on a bit. I think we're going to call the live feed in a moment. It's freezing cold. I need to go back to the car, get a hot coffee. Oh, thanks, Ron.
Yeah, right.
This is how far it's got. And alongside that, for years, as a white man in my own in this country, first and foremost,
I'm trying to get in sideways and deep in for his reason.
Look, it's something called Stripey Audits.
I am, mate, yeah.
Message you, mate. Apparently some lads near your car or something.
Yeah, do you know what's funny about that? I'm not in my Mustang today.
Oh, yeah.
People do it all the time. They always try to get messages to me to say that my car's being tampered with.
Ah, right.
They do it all the time. I've gotten used to it now. Well, I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Man. No worries.
Let's go, mate. Jack, I'm trying to stir the pot again.
That is on the wall I just spoke to. He's used to people just do it for a wind up. So it's got a Mustang about
Is it like an ongoing fucking that's in there like giggling away?
He's got a Mustang or something apparently. And he's not in that today, so it can't be
That's really funny. It's like a few gaming streamers I watch at home. One went to play Black Ops 7 early, and he's a zombie streamer and stuff like that. And all of a sudden they came up to him while he's been streaming going, "We need you in the dance." You're like playing a different game mode that he doesn't want to play, so that constantly gets multiple times through.
Right, shall we
I thought he's part of the protest, he's a performer for him.
Hey?
He's performing and wanting the gold chain.
Oh yeah.
So like Team Root's goldy looking chain or something.
I thought golden looking chain when I clocked him a couple of hours ago.
Hey?
I thought exactly the same when I clocked him a couple of hours ago.
Most of this is just turning into random little discussions around the place. I don't know where the main group of people are. I know people missed the march while we're in mid-discussion.
I'm going to fill this chat.
Last chorus! Hey! It's all about control! It's all about control! It's all about control! It's all about control! Thank you! Hope you like the song. If you want to go on YouTube, it's on JTY Music and it's called Paradise, and I would love everybody to get involved. Please stop the digital ID. Your life will not be the same. We cannot be building boundaries, we need to be building bridges. And that's where I'm going to leave it. So thank you ever so much, everyone. Jerry, you're a legend, mate. All of you guys have put all this together. Thank you so much. Please give a big round of applause to these people. Birmingham, we are! Birmingham, we are! Number one.
In just 2 days, I'll show you how to unlock the most advanced making tools.
Do you see the importance of doing what we're doing, the importance of coming out? No, we're not going to topple the new world order in one protest in Birmingham. It's not sensible to think otherwise.
Okay guys, thanks for joining us today. I'm going to close the live down now on YouTube. It's probably going to be our last live now before Christmas, maybe even before the new year. Who knows? If we have anything going off, obviously we'll get out and film it. Thanks for joining us today. We couldn't do it without you guys. Yeah, and that's it. Have a good Christmas guys. See you later.